Hey guys, welcome back. We got some more Project F stuff going on, so we're tackling the issue of the exhaust right now. So we're kind of just eyeballing things and figuring out. I did put on screen last episode twice the kind of plan that we want to do, but there's still some modification to do in prototyping because we're looking at how we could do it better. Garner was mentioning using pie cuts, but we really just come too close to the intake, and it'll just overall be better if we can relocate this.
Pie cut's coming out of here.
Yeah, pie cut's coming off of the...
To avoid this entirely.
But, I mean, it could avoid it, but it's going to be within, like, centimeters of it.
And it looked like on his turbo kit, which probably from the same manufacturer, I don't know anybody else who makes these, his turbo, and well, it could have been different turbo.
It was an old photo, and it was of, stock intake because the stock throttle body is smaller and it comes down kind of like that. But also the his manifold or maybe turbo was slightly different because the exhaust housing came to about right here. Yeah. Whereas ours came out further and there's just even less room. What we're using as a reference is the actual flange right here. The edge currently comes up to this bolt on this idler. We want to move it over here to at least the farthest end of the idler. That's just kind of what we're referencing for the spacing we need. And his is like actually past the tensioner, to the left. We're not going to be able to pick it up on GoPro.
No, but we can probably put it up on screen.
Yeah.
But like our turbo, for some reason, is coming way past this, and so it's giving us way too little room. So we're still talking about cutting this. So our ideas are bring this to the left to put the turbo further away from here for like maybe about an inch. I'm guessing 1.5 inches maybe. And then we're also talking about spacing this further away from the front of the block just a little bit. And then also this traditionally
about like right there.
This is traditionally it looks like this. So if you come over there, you can see how it's not like straight to the front of the block. So we kind of want to correct that because we have stuff to add here. Yeah, we got the reducer, we've got the bellow, and we've got the new 90 that we want to put on it, and then also probably the wastegate maybe, and then, well, I don't know about maybe because I don't know what else we're gonna do about that, and then so it's probably gonna look like something like this. We're thinking.
Well, it'll come out a bit farther, probably like that, yeah. But our plan is kind of like right now, we're still thinking about it, but we're going to cut this at an angle, have a straight piece of pipe come up here, opposite angle, and then that will connect that to how we need it. Then we'll have a V-band in the center since it's like a straight piece. And then from here, we're going to build out the reducer, V-band, 90, and then the bellow, which I showed at the end of the other video, but we got all new stainless steel, nice parts. Like this is a high durability bellow from Vibrant, and we got some stainless V-bands as well as this UJ piece so we can build the rest of the manifold from.
The only thing we don't have is the reducer.
Yeah.
Which sucks.
Because we could actually, if we did everything, today, we could have gotten the whole exhaust manifold kind of put together and tacked together. But we're only going to be working on this side today since we don't have the required piece there.
Yeah. So hopefully it doesn't bite us in the ass, like going ahead and doing this before we have that right side.
Because basically we got two, if you're looking at the flange here, we have two things that we're trying to connect. So, passenger side and driver's side. We can put the passenger side wherever we're going to put it. And then since we're recreating this, it's just going to A to B. Yeah. We'd have to, figure it out. Like it'll
Very
work.
True. And
it's not like if we do something on this side, it will not work for this since we're rebuilding it anyways.
Yeah, you're right. And like we've been talking about, the wastegate situation is an issue because I already have a wastegate. It's a 60 mil. It's fucking thick. We can't really put it in here. So I think, I realistically don't know how we do that. It probably wouldn't get good priority anyways. And so we're thinking about just using the one that came on here stock.
It's advertised as a 38 mil wastegate. We measured the inside of this and it's like 30 or 33, but
we're thinking of putting another one on the side, so one for each side, because this can't handle both sides. That's not physically not possible.
Yeah.
So
my only thought with the kit is when they're making it, this is such a small pipe. This is 1 7/8 and this is 2 1/4. Maybe they put it on that side just because they thought it'd be enough, or I don't know, it's something.
And they were probably wrong.
Yeah.
And the whole thing about that is when we were looking at prices, the 38 millimeter wastegates are as much as I paid for the single 60.
Yeah, which is crazy. We need 2 of them.
And we need 2 of them, and we need the flange and pipe, which were almost as much as the wastegate itself too.
I mean, if we can retain this piece, we'll have one already.
That's true. But I'll just be spending a lot of extra money for this bullshit, which, like, not something I wanted, considering I already had a wastegate that I thought was going to work.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, this is just, in my opinion, like, I don't know any better way to actually, like, put this in here to where it will actually flow okay.
Well, just the 2 wastegates on either side will just be our best solution.
It will be, I think, best solution.
It'll actually work better than a single 60, I think.
Possibly. But my worry is just like pricing. Is it worth it? It is going to be worth it in the end for the lack of fabrication we'll have to do to this. However, I just think that it's kind of ridiculous what the 38 millimeter throttle or wastegates are going for.
Yeah. So many people in the last video commented just flip the turbo, like the compressor housing, exhaust housing, flip it around.
That's the first thing we tried.
I know. That was the absolute first thing we tried. No matter how you clock the cold side.
There ain't no way around it.
Yeah, see, no, put it up to where
so
stock, it's the opposite way.
So let's like give it the best chance.
Yep.
It's probably the best chance of it working. So this will go
here.
Okay.
Let me get this all lined up for you. There you go.
So this would be somewhere around right on top of the engine.
In the alternator.
Yep, into the alternator. I think with the changes that we do with the manifold, it's going to make it more user-friendly.
That's what I'm saying. We got the better wastegate priority, we got the better maintenance, and it's a better flowing turbo system just overall because we're doing away with the inch and 7/8 stuff.
That's the thing that I'm hoping the most is that it gives us more workability on the engine.
So we're going to, I think the plan that we're going to go with is we're going to cut this piece, have a straight pipe that goes to the other side. We'll have the same angle on it, have a V-band in the center. Yeah, something exactly like that. We might even be able to utilize this 45.
Maybe.
You know, the 45 would be a good idea, actually. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We're, going to be looking into this, and we'll be using this over here. And we got our Diablo stainless steel cutting blade.
It's already on there, huh?
Yep, this thing cuts through stainless like butter.
Hell yeah.
And, but it creates a huge mess, so we're gonna put everything away, make sure that, like...
We don't want the turbos open right next to it?
Getting a bunch of metal flakes in there. And
okay. Yeah, maybe not. Look at this, guys. It's our AC block-off plate.
Yep.
AC and heater block-off plate.
We're going to probably be the first people on YouTube to show how to retain your heating defrost.
Wow, this is really thin. I mean, I don't know what I was expecting.
All it does is block off.
I don't know what I was expecting, really. But how much was this? 45?
Yeah, something like that. It's from Jegs.
Damn, this is a lot, like, very little product for how much money, but then again,
it might have been like
specialized.
It might have been $30, I don't know.
Okay, well, 30 ain't too bad. I can't complain too much.
So we're gonna have to modify it.
You know what? Actually, that's not a good place for it. I'm just gonna put it right here for now.
Yeah, we'll clean up, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and clean up. We're gonna get that manifold off, and we're going to measure and cut it, and hopefully get at least the passenger side portion of the manifold up to where the turbo goes on all fixed up, and then next weekend we can start working on this side, and once we have that done, we can do the actual exhaust. And then once we have the exhaust done, manifold's done, I should have my new welder, I'm imagining, and then we can fully weld it all up.
That would be cool.
All right, guys, so we got the safety glasses on. We got the manifold rigged up here, so we just put a little thing here to space it to the angle that we need and clamp it down so it's not going to move. And we got the Diablo saw, so Tristan's going to do that. We're going to cut right through it. Moved it a little bit. We got to clamp it a bit harder.
Barely grazed it.
Okay.
Oh, it moved it again.
Oh, almost got it out here.
Davis, what the fuck?
Oh, there it goes. Nice.
And grinder will take that right off. That looks like if you touch that, you'd have a bad day.
So, yep, that's I'm probably gonna reuse these earplugs.
God damn, like those actually work better than I thought.
Yeah, it's loud as hell for sure. Where's my tool? There we go. We got our deburrer.
Oh, That's right. I forgot we had that.
Yeah, we might need to get the angle grinder with the sanding disc just to kind of take off this guy here. But now we've destroyed our header and we're kind of screwed. We'll sit like that, and we'll get one of these packs right here.
Yeah.
We'll kind of cut it to the same angle. And
1 second, Davis. You stay right there.
Now we go A to B, kind of cut the other side how we need it.
Okay. So that's going to be interesting.
Yep, it'll be...
Now we got to cut this one at an angle.
Yep, maybe a pipe coming up to like there.
Yep.
It's all work in progress.
Well, we will be back again.
All right, guys, cut number 2. Just so this is easier to work with, plus we need to do this anyways. We need to cut the flange right here that goes to the driver's side. So just give us a bit more, because if we're going to cut it like this whole thing's going to be off the edge of the table. So it's pretty solid where it is. We're going to go ahead and send it.
Got them PPE on.
Yep.
It was the weld that was hanging on.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, we'll just take a grinder. And that's a pretty... I mean, the way I was holding doesn't look flat.
That looks pretty flat.
This is pretty flat. We'll just take a grinder, too.
The only thing that's not flat is just the little bit that's hanging on.
Yeah, and we'll grind that off. Nice. So that is... And we can also reuse this straight piece. We can just cut it again right there.
Yeah, so I think we can.
Extra length if we need it. So we will now... be able to cut this side so we can, you know, we have to do a cut that's like at an angle, so we have our straight that'll go there. But it'll hold it like that, basically.
Yeah, so now we gotta cut, this piece.
At a little bit of an angle so we have a straight piece between where the manifold is and
so
here.
Basically like an offset angle of the other one so that the straight piece will fit in.
What we'll do is we'll cut this, we'll kind of hold it where we want it, measure the distance between, and then we'll cut up. I guess we can even cut up this and reuse this if we don't want to use the new stuff. Or we can cut up the new stuff.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? Don't really matter. We should have enough material either way. So it doesn't matter what we piece together.
Yep. And then we'll clean up all the surfaces. Like, really clean everything up. We'll move the welding equipment over here. And we will, at that point, be able to kind of hold it in place, do some tacks, and then take the whole piece over the bench, do like a bunch of tacks all over it, not fully weld it, just tack it together. And then from there, that's pretty much the only progress we can do on this side. I guess we could put tack in the V-band too. But anyways.
Yeah, we'll be able to do that if we get time for it. I don't know how long this fabrication will take us, but
seems to be moving along pretty quickly.
Let's well,
now we got to cut this piece here. So that's why we did that, is because we would have had like the piece that would have went all the way over here.
Yeah, that is true. That's exactly why we did it. Where are the runners that will... Oh, there they are. Okay. So maybe I should put these, maybe I should put the bolts back in onto this to bolt it to the block.
And then we can kind of measure.
Then we can figure that out.
Use some eyeballing math.
Now, how did I already lose those bolts? I'm ashamed of myself.
They're right there.
Okay, thank you, Davis.
All right, guys, so we're going to do some measurements, and we'll be back, and we'll be cutting some more, and then we'll be tacking it together. All right, guys, so we've done some cutting. We got all these different pieces all together. So basically our idea is we will have the V-band off. Oh, my earplugs are gone. That's fine. We cut this at a slight angle. It can still hold the V-band on there. Then we have this, which has a more aggressive angle. So it basically, our goal is to kick it out like that and meet up with this pipe. And you can see here, it fits up really nicely right there. But our problem is it's still a little bit too close. We did gain actually 1/2 inch or 3/4 of an inch.
Yeah, but we want to clear this pulley.
It needs to be kind of more like right there. Yeah, we're going to cut this just at a more sharp angle. So it'll basically go out like that.
Yeah, good thing that we're not keeping this, because the closer we get it, the V-band almost hits this.
Did we mention that? Oh shit! Did we mention earlier that we're not going to be using?
Yeah. So Garner showed us
AC.
Yeah, this is, and we thought we were gonna have to use this, but because we're no longer using the AC, but since the belt normally comes down here anyways, we were thinking maybe we'll have to use this. But however, more boost. Garner showed me a picture of his, and so it basically comes out here where the power steering would normally be here,
just like that,
and it will run just like that. And the tensioner basically barely puts pressure on the belt, but he said that he's never had any problem with the belt coming off.
And worst case scenario, we'll save this and we'll modify it if need be to like, or we'll just
make a whole different one.
Yeah. So
yeah,
not a big deal.
So yeah, we're gonna be taking that off completely, so we don't have to worry about that. But then if we do have problems, we'll worry about that later.
And then with this,
don't want to sit on that.
This is actually handy dandy because we can set the angle, so we know this was at like a 7-degree angle or 8-degree angle. You can see it was like that, 8 degrees. So we can maybe go to 10 degrees now. All right, guys, we're gonna be taking this up with the Amico, whatever this is, the welder that we were doing away with.
We're doing away with it.
Well, I guess we'll keep the MIG function of it.
Okay, you worry me. I'm like, we're gonna throw that shit away?
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, we're throwing it away.
Turn it down to 60 amps.
Good luck. I'm gonna fucking get flashbang.
Oh, you're good. Damn it.
What?
It didn't do it well. It fucking blew through it. It literally didn't initiate how I wanted it to.
Yeah, it blew right through that shit. Well, do you need to turn the amperage down at all?
No. It's good how it is. Let me try one more. No, I just did it again.
And the tape's on fire.
Oh.
Blow it out.
Well, it didn't burn a hole through it at least. Yeah, that's really stupid that it would do that. So we're going to be right back, I guess.
We'll be right back.
There we go. Now look at that. I don't know what we didn't prep the surface. That's what it was.
Here, let me touch that.
You want to
see if it's hot.
So, yeah, we did not prep the surface, and that was our problem.
Here, tack it again on this ugly side. Well, let's actually
we'll clean it.
Clean it because the tape is on there. That could have been why. Maybe there was like tape adhesive.
Maybe.
Still on
I don't
it or
know.
something.
But we do need to tack the other side. At least get 2 tacks on it.
Yeah.
But you can see how nice of a tack that was. So I got decent heat and penetration in there. So we'll flip it around and tack it up, and
hopefully this won't ignite.
Well, don't do anything that yet. We'll prep it. We'll prep it off camera. So just trust us that we're gonna do it. I guess we didn't prep it well enough the first time, so that's why it blew through. But enough filler rod, we can take that out. We'll just grind it down and then just add some filler. So, and we're not welding this whole thing up until we get a new machine because this one's not good.
And I mean, we're definitely not even gonna do anything until we get like tested up on the up on the engine.
But look at that, it's one piece now technically. All right, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and continue with this. All right, guys, so we got this tacked up. We just did another tack on there. But anyways, this is now kind of how we need it.
I'm gonna put it up to the engine real quick.
Yeah, bolt it up. I'm gonna get a new battery in the GoPro because it's about to die, and then we'll get the V-band side on and kind of just see where everything's gonna go, and probably tack on the V-bands to the pipe there, and then the V-band to the collector right here. All right, guys, we're all back. We did a bunch of welding, and sorry we didn't really show everything, but we got like 6 tacks on each surface here. We got the V-bands all done up, and this is like ready to go on, which is awesome. Just for fitment, obviously. We're not gonna fully weld it up, but we only made, the only mistakes I made were on the first attempt and the second attempt. All other attempts were successful. Even some really hard to reach places, because this one in particular, getting inside there is kind of hard. That one, because it has to be sitting up. Also, with the limitations in my skill, I kind of have to work like top down. So as I grow in skill, I could probably have turned it up like this and then worked under it or something. But this is already, oh yeah, it's got the blunderbuss right there. Look at that shit. It straight up does look like a blunderbuss or some type of old gun or something. Yep. But that's awesome. This is really cool you know, this is our first time doing anything like this. So this is really awesome. Obviously, we didn't make these parts here or all this other stuff, but like, this is our very first baby steps when it comes to this.
Baby steps. So we've come a long way.
Yeah. So now what we're going to do is we're going to bolt it up, and with how many tacks we have on here, I think it should be stout enough to hold up the turbo, just so we can kind of visualize where the exhaust pipe is and show you guys that our issue that we encountered in the last video is fixed.
We hope so.
Like, isn't that crazy? We found a problem and then we fix it. We hope it is. Yeah, we don't know yet.
Well, now I know that our problem is going to be fixed. I hope that the welds are strong enough to hold the turbo on.
But this is exciting. There is one problem we found with it. It is a bit tilted down like that a little bit. With the flange, you can see it's like, it's not going to be perfect, but it's going to work fine. We can clock the turbos, obviously, however we need to. So that won't be a concern. Just something, you know, that happened. We've never...
I literally dropped it out of the garage.
We've never... Oh, really? Dang.
But they're tight, so we can do the thing.
You can see that fits on right there.
I can't grab that.
And then there you go. It's pretty much where we wanted it. I would say a couple mils to the left, but we were kind of done cutting and stuff, and this will work for what we need. We'll get that V-band on. But this is so cool seeing this shit and like actually doing it. Like, this is the stuff that we've been wanting to do. As Tristan is bolting this up, I just want to remind you guys to subscribe to the channel. You guys have been killing it with the last two videos. 2 videos ago, we hit like 1,000 views in the first 24 hours. Right now, we're coming up on like 600 views in the first 2 hours or 24 hours, which is like never happened. So there's just like being able to finally do this stuff, you know, get the parts fabricated, and also the channels being, you know, successful in that regard is just awesome. So just wanted to thank you guys for watching and to subscribe. All right, guys, we got the V-band on, and as level as we can get it. Tristan's trying to thread those bolts in.
I can't believe that V-band and those welds are holding. Jesus.
And moment of truth. Oh no, we're still obstructing it. Nope, we got miles, boys. We got miles. Look at that.
Yeah, that we did good there.
Look, we got miles of room.
We got like ½ an inch. That's gonna be enough.
Well, no, I would say that's a good like 2 or 3 inches. I don't know. Look at that. Definitely more than ½ an inch. I mean, once with the silicone coupler.
Like here to
here, yeah, I see what you mean now. Yeah.
Actually, that's more than ½ an inch.
That's all we need. Yeah, that's awesome.
I can't believe that this thing is still being held up with just those like 5 tacks on each thing.
Dude, I'm a pro. I'm a pro. What do you mean?
I can't believe this.
Look at that, boys. Welder. That is so satisfying.
Genuine welder.
And then once we get the reducer, we just tack that on.
Look at this.
Get the... Oh, I wouldn't do that.
It's not going nowhere.
I'm just afraid of...
I'm afraid too. Here, you know what?
If it falls in there.
If it falls, it falls.
But
yeah, that will protect it.
Man, that freaking so cool. Awesome, though. Hopefully, we're not going to run into issues.
And guys, we did all that. We did all that work.
When we could have done that.
And we're doing that. No, I'm just kidding.
But look at that, guys.
That fits nice.
It's freaking awesome. Now we just need to get our good welder, and then we need to get the reducer, like I said, and then we can build the rest of it there. And then once that's done, we can actually, this is what we were going to do, is work on this. Then we can figure this out. And then once that's figured out, we can actually pretty much just put it into the Camaro, start working on the intake portion, and get it running. Crazy, right? Look at this. This took like how many hours? Like 2 hours?
That took like 3 hours, and I mean...
And I mean, that number actually kind of sounds sad, 3 hours, but...
I feel like that's pretty good progress.
And look, our issue is fixed. Before, everything bolted up, this shit was right here.
Knowing us, I think that 3 hours for what we did...
For noobs. We've never done anything like this before.
This was like right here.
It was farther. It was like in there, like in the field of view, like right there.
So we actually moved it like...
Significantly.
2 inches. I'm actually kind of surprised with like just what we did. You know what? I'm sad that we don't have the stuff to do the right side because I'm so pumped. I just want to knock out the right side.
Yeah, straight up we're like, okay, shit, man, because this side's gonna be the easy one because it's just a 90 degree.
Yeah, and then like we're just gonna we're have this whole pipe. It's gonna be a straight piece. Gonna have the bellow. Gonna have this 90. Gonna have the freaking V-band
and reducer.
Oh yeah, the reducer too. And so that would have been really easy to knock out, probably.
Yeah, we could have done all that, and you know, but it's like we don't have the good welder to finish everything.
Dude, I can't wait.
Look at that shit.
I mean, this isn't in the spot that it needs to be anymore.
Add more. Like I would have hit the pulley immediately. We would need to add more length here. Bring it down like that at least.
And then bring this over here. So just lengthen this.
And then we have our wastegates, which can pretty much recirculate right back in.
Yeah, they could probably go, or I don't know how it's gonna be. I don't know how. It's
we'll
probably
figure
gonna
it
come
out.
One of these ways, not like this. So it's probably gonna go, whoop. Or have the wastegate feed the turbo.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, like this looks like it's gonna fit really nicely, like going right over here.
Yep.
Under this manifold. So just gonna have to put a few inches on this, put a few inches on that, and then it'll be pretty good.
Cat back.
Do we have the technology to tack these up?
To this we can.
But like together, these to these.
We need to add more length. Oh, I guess we have the length. We have the swirly kit. We could if you want to start, but I would say, yeah. I mean, this side's pretty much good.
This is the same metal, right?
I would use that stuff over there.
Oh.
That stuff was for testing. We can use it, but we'll use it on the...
Yeah, so we got this stuff. This should be, like, way more than enough.
Yeah, so that'll add the length that we need. A little bit more length there. Oh, grab it. A little bit more length there, and a little bit more length here.
Bolt it up all the way. Oh, there we go. So...
Yeah, I guess we can just look at this and tack it together. So I'd say what we do is we build it out first, though. We tack this together, and then we measure how much we need, cut that to it, tack them together, and then we can work on this side, see how much length we need, tack them together.
So yeah, we need at least like 3.5, tack that, see where we're at.
Pretty much, yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, do you want to do it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, cool. Well, let's get this off, and then we'll tack it together. We need to mark it. We just like the previous process with this, we're probably not going to show everything. We're going to show as much as we can, just so you guys can see. But we're going to start, I guess, building out this turbo kit. Oops, sorry. Didn't mean to tap you.
That's all right.
Got to do some post flow on that.
Is that solid now? That tack?
2 tacks on pretty much every joint.
So we haven't filmed any of what we're doing now.
Yeah, but look at that.
But we're like, hey.
We kind of make a mistake, unfortunately, because you can see inside here, the lip or whatever. So this isn't a direct 90 off the turbo. So
we're having to compensate for that.
Well,
but
we can still work with it.
Yeah, we're definitely, it's totally fine. It's all good. And so what we're doing now is, because we had no more work to do on the turbo manifold, now we're working on the turbo exhaust.
Yeah, we showed you guys that.
Like, it's going good.
We talked about it.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure how long it's been since we picked up the camera.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
so just put like a couple bolts in it.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be perfect.
You can kind of see the bend. Like you can definitely see it now more than you could earlier.
Yeah, it's like we mentioned, guys. It's like a 5-degree angle, but that still is fine, and it doesn't even matter because we can
will go perfectly back.
Tilt this however we want, so it will go straight back just like that. We just ran out of time today, or else we would have tacked this up into place and had pretty much the whole downpipe ready. This also means that we can drill for the wideband bung, because I got that sitting somewhere.
Yeah, put it right off here or something.
Yeah, right off there maybe.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there. But yeah, everything fit together. Although it's really hard to clamp down on the cutting saw. These are really nice cuts. I mean, you can see how straight they are. But yeah, look at all this fabrication, guys. We got the manifold, we got this.
Do we have any more of this pipe?
No, that's it. Oh, you're just kind of like...
I just want to make sure that it's not hitting this, and it looks like we'll have plenty of room.
Yeah, I made sure to kind of crook it a little bit that way, so we're not going to hit it at all. Yep, you like that.
Yeah, so that should be perfectly fine.
Yep.
And then we'll just have a little bit more distance out, which is what I'm really happy about, is that we moved it like at least an inch away from the block. And that will, so like now I could even with the turbo on here, I could probably get this this tensioner and this belt
easily
off.
Yeah.
Before there was no doing it with the turbo on, and with the manifold on, it
Look
was
how
like
much
questionable.
just a little bit of work does.
Yeah, that was only like a day's. Those were like a day's worth of work, and that's it.
Yeah, obviously it's not welded up entirely, just tacked together for our,
But yeah, but this is like I mean, I don't know if it's the most time-consuming part, but I feel like just the fabrication is harder than just sitting down and welding once you know it's going to work.
Yep.
But yeah, like
I mean, we're gonna back purge it, and then the new welder I have has a pulse feature, so hopefully we don't warp anything when we weld it fully together.
Fingers crossed.
Because, but it's such a tight fit. I don't know if it would actually even be able to warp it badly, like if that's even possible. But I mean, damn, guys, just look at that. It's a beautiful sight. Just the manifold we modified, and now the downpipe. It's coming together. It's awesome.
I'm happy about it.
Hey guys, I don't know why, but just like last video, it just yeeted the last outro clip that we had for the video here, so I'm just gonna make a new one again. But so as you guys saw, we finished mocking up and fabricating, tacking together the downpipe system and turbo manifold system. I did mention in the video, I corrected this, so the actual angle that's coming off the turbo is much better. It's pretty close to 90 degrees. It's not perfect, but it's way better than it used to be. And we got this in the mail today. This is kind of the last piece we're waiting for. This is really freaking hard to come by, I guess. We wanted a stainless steel 1 7/8 to 2 1/4 reducer, which we're going to use the opposite of that. It's not going to be reducing anything. It's going to be increasing the size of this pipe right here. That way we can put it on the V-band, just like that. It'll be V-banded. And it'll be able to connect to a 90 off this. And then we'll be able to add our flex joint bellow right there. That way both manifold sides will have a little bit of movement. Just kind of makes the system better. Won't crack under heat cycles and whatnot. There's some debate on whether or not these are good for turbo systems, if they can hold up to the added exhaust pressures. But we'll see. These ones are pretty heavy duty from Vibrant. But now we have all that, we can go ahead and get the passenger side all mocked up, and we can probably get the downpipe pretty much the rest of the way tacked together. So just wanted to thank you guys again for watching. The whole fabrication process has been really freaking fun, so looking forward to doing the driver's side right there. Be sure to leave a like on the video. It helps you to push the video with its algorithm. Be sure to subscribe if you like the content. Check out all our other videos. Got a lot of other playlists of, you know, the supercharged Bonneville, supercharged Mustang, 408 cubic stroker Trans Am, just a bunch of other builds you might be interested in watching. So be sure to check those out.